out to a... Cool, so yesterday we got this bracket all fabbed up for the column. Yeah, pretty stoked with how it all worked out. But a bit of a pain to get all the angles right. Today I'm going to get that all bolted back up and then make this. So this is the original shaft from 86, and then this section here is from the Prius. So obviously doesn't just bolt to the factory column, factory rack. So we're going to make it work. I've extended it by 90 mil, and we've got some dual tube pipe. Drilled that out, both ends, slot them together, work a treat, and then set it all up in there, weld it out. Obviously for a street car, it doesn't really work, won't go through cert, but that's not going to get certified, is it? So yeah, yesterday we buttoned up all the front suspension, so all new pins in here, new home joints both sides. We need to bolt check it, but we'll do that when it's on the hoist. Pick the gearbox up tonight, motor and box back in, happy days. Don't have too much time left, and we need to squeeze the test day in somewhere. And obviously run and tune, dyno, E85, it's getting flex fuel, sick. So yeah, we'll pick this up when we put it all back together. But I'm looking forward to it. A little bit of a thrash, but I mean, we're on the right side of it, so we're getting there. It'll all happen. It'll work out. So yeah, we've got column mounted. Brackets up there, space it down. That on the Prius originally sitting this way, so the column's actually then able to be tilted. But obviously with that motor up there, we don't want it pointing down this way, and if it was the other way, it would be sticking out bloody windshield wiper panel. So we just don't have the space to do that. Hopefully this is not an issue like this. Again, this is just a prototype. We're just playing around with some ideas. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. We haven't cut anything up, so we can put the stock column back in. Yeah, so I'll dummy fit the shaft back up and mark out where it needs to be welded and weld it together. See what it feels like. Get this dialed, and then we can get my Corolla in here and do some work on that. Tidy some stuff up. It's currently just chilling outside. Took it to Aussie World Tour on last Friday. Here she is. It's much better on those wheels. Throw a couple of stickers on it. Change the wheels. It's got it all done, haven't we? 86 spider sticker. Need to get rid of that bumper. It's terrible, but what do you do? Focus on getting everything sorted, and then I can worry about that. Yeah, I don't know if I've showed this before. Jay-Z for the GR, built 8.5 gun compression, 4 drives, pistons, billet mains. Don't know what cams in it, but it's got aftermarket cams. Full. Basically, the only stock thing on this is the crank. So yeah, should make some jam. Don't know if we're going to keep this or not. Space constraints, but yeah, I just gotta really dummy it up, see what it looks like in there. We'll get into that probably mid-June, I would say, and see what we can do. Just try and keep the ball rolling on that, because we don't have a lot of time, so yeah, but we'll get there. picking this up a couple of days after doing the steering column. Just been busy. We got the motor and Kesko, got the front end all back together last night. Got the motor in on Sunday, I think. I don't know. Yeah, Saturday. Got the motor in on Saturday night. We're still waiting on the flywheel to be skimmed so we can throw the clutch on and the gearbox in, but I think Torque gonna do that. We got all the Kesko, got all the front buttoned up, looks good. All the wiring that we can do is sorted. Obviously, injectors, fuel rail, all that stuff, but injectors being cleaned. We don't have the turbo, so kind of limited on what we can do right now. But anyway, today I am going to cut these bad boys up. We've got some fiberglass door skins right there, so it's just the outer skin. So I'm going to cut a 25-30mm lip around the edge of the door, get it all painted, and then panel bond the door skins to the door. I think it's the nicest way to do it, personally. Yeah, and then mount the new recorders. So yeah, they're different, so I think this hole here isn't going to be covered, and we're probably going to drill some new ones if we need to. I don't know. Test fit it, see what it looks like, trim it up because it's a little bit like that there, for example. Bit of a high spot. Backside's bit. How you going? Yeah, making progress. Test day next Friday. Still needs to be running on the dyno, tuned E85. Still a lot of work to do, but I think we'll be right. It'll probably have no panels on it. All good. That's fine. Yeah, alright, we'll do some cutting. Alright, got the door all marked out. I went 60mm around these edges because of this. So if I cut it the same as this, we're going to end up with zero material there. So if we be safe, do that. Obviously we want to retain this, so I'm going to cut that out, holster all these corners so you've got a nice radius. To cut into rather than a square edge and then overlapping, and it just looks terrible. So obviously this door's not perfect, got a few dents and shit there, but obviously that's going to get cut out. This will be on the glue line, so I'll try and get some of it out, but the skin does fully cover the door, so we'll mark out those corners and get to cut. Alright, got all the door cut out. I'm pretty happy with that. That's what I mean by no overlapping edges or anything like that. This one here, I've gone a little bit far. The cut line is outside of the radius, but you're never even going to see it. But doesn't mean you want to do shitty work. So, yeah, pretty bloody happy with that. All the edges are nice and deburred. There's the old skin. How good. Yeah, the other door is like a bit of rust, but like the outer itself is pretty good. I'm not going to bother fixing the rust because of where it is. It's fine. Give this a vacuum, dummy fit the skin. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. How good does that fit? It's actually like perfect. It's mind-blowing. Cool. Bloody cool. So, like I said, I'm going to panel bond it on, but we're going to get everything painted first. So I just need to get the outers cut out, test fit, make sure everything fits. I'm going to tape it on. I might actually leave it taped on just to try and form the shape a little bit more. So when we panel bond it, it is mint. Cool. Well, that's one of the jobs, well, half of one of the jobs done. So we had our first drift day on Friday. Was pretty happy with how it went. We had some issues on Thursday night when we were road tuning it. Broke another axle, same side. It was went out road tuning and left the intersection maybe a little aggressively, but going into second gear, you just heard it go ping, and it was one-wheel drive. So I was about to call it a day. Cascade was like, we'll get it sorted. So we ended up bringing it in the shed, jacking it up, got the end out of the diff head itself with some creative engineering. Ended up just Ving it up, blazing it up to the MIG, and it held on all day. So pretty stoked with that. The car's looking a little bit worse for wear, but yeah, no, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I feel like I picked it up pretty quickly, which was sick. Went through 2 pairs of tyres and some fuel and just shredded all day. So this is what's left of the tyres. It went a lot better than I expected. Third gear rips. I've got some GoPro footage I'll chuck in. But yeah, just literally tyres and fuel. I still want to do the Corolla axles purely so I don't keep breaking them. But nah, I'm so wrapped. I need to change the seats too. So I really, really like these, but these get in the way. So when you're, trying to bring the wheel around, you just keep smacking your elbows on the bolts of the seats. So I'm not stoked that I've got to get rid of the Auto Sports, because part of the reason why I ended up buying the car, because I really like the seats, but they just don't work for what we're doing. So it's all good. Fans need updating too. You could only do probably 4 or 5 laps without the thing wanting to creep up in the temps. So we'll throw some new fans on there, change the seats, get some more tyres, and go out for another day. I'm hooked. Like, it was the most fun I think I've ever had driving. Kesuke's car went well, just testing the power steering. He done a few laps, but nothing too crazy. So yeah, I've got to play around with some stuff on the front of this before it goes to Sign Riders on Tuesday. A few jobs left to do. Oh, that's our list before it goes. So yeah, we've got to still glue the door skins onto the doors, fit all the regulators, fit all the windows, all that shit, put them on the car. Yeah, but fit an oil pressure regulator, oil change, what else is there? Clearance the bumpers, cut the side skirts. Yeah, we're almost there with that thing. So yeah, we're looking good, but I am wrapped. Also, still don't have a handbrake, so I've done a dual caliper setup on Thursday. You can see one caliper, got a dual caliper, but the handbrake does almost nothing. So I'm gonna change the master to one that I know what size it is, because this doesn't have any markings on it. It's just a trailer one, which should work fine, but I don't know what size it is, so I'll put a 5/8 master on there, and also do a longer handle. You got to pull it super hard, and it's doesn't really do the job. I think if the handbrake was longer with that master, it would work, but I'll throw a smaller master. I'll throw a 5/8 master on there anyway, because like I said, don't know what size that is. And yeah, extend the lever itself, and we should be good. So get it up, do a bolt check. I need to put those filters on. I didn't end up doing that on Thursday. We just ran out of time. It was a very late night. We're thrashing all day on both cars, trying to get them all sorted. We ended up doing it, which is the main thing. But yeah, we're just chipping away. I'm gonna do some work on this thing, and we will get into it.
Cut the doors and put everything back in, and we'll cork this up. What is this contraption? Who needs an electric corking gun, mate? Leverage, mate. Look at that. Oh. I've seen better welding, though. What are you up to, eh?
Oh, no. It's a moron.
And what's this? The big fucking 2000, mate. Look at this.
His workshop.
Why? Because of that.
In the year 3000.
Oh no, that's the tube. I thought I was looking at it. I was like, we broke it. We're doing this because of this thing. It's actually this thing that I was looking for. Cunt. Oh fuck me.
He's filming the funnel.
So you want to go there? Yeah, you're right.